time businessmen with no grander visions, either in cinema or even in business, who fool around and fumble and do very little. The state that cinema is in today is to be blamed on various factions. One of them is the audience itself. They don't react. They treat us like politicians. They think it's written on their head that they see bad foods. So they accept it, like bad roads, bad politicians, bad medication, bad education, anything we accept. Like that, you don't have to accept it. Because if you insist, you know that customers are always right, and they will right themselves in the process of pleasing you. But these things these are going to take time. And I promise myself that I will not be the impediment. When my friend asked me, what's your solution for it, or what's the factor that could take away corruption from the country, it starts there. So I've made it my responsibility to do my film. I'm one of the very few, or probably the only producer who started scheduling a film and then backward scheduling it to meet a date. My film company was the first film company to digitize the script, divide it as page per minute as they do in Hollywood. It's not just wanting to do something fancy that's being done in Hollywood, because I saw the logic of the system, which beats our logistic debacles that we often meet. So you can bring down the film to page a minute and 1/8 of a page, and how long it takes to make that 1/8 of a page, and you can track it with which is there in your, but it's a different kind of tracking, but same methodology, but you'll have to understand a bit of the film, and ultimately it's not about just making cars. You made one car, it's the same thing rolling out of the belt. Here, it's going to be various ideas. It's more closer to publishing. So there has to be educated people, literate people to run this. So cinema is a new form of literature. They have to be cinema literate people who are sitting there in the corporate offices to choose the right stuff. So when that happens, more good things will happen.
Sir, here. In a nation of God believers, do you feel lonely being a rationalist? Because the irony is, you yourselves are worshipped as a God. So how do you deal with
that? Yeah, that's one of the reasons I don't believe in it. So I truly don't believe in myself totally. People say, no, I believe in myself. Then why do you ask the doctor how long have I got to live? Who's he? So there are certain factors that, I don't feel lonely because there are many people like me. Yeah, even in, I'm sure even in a concentration camp, the Jews were not lonely. They were scared perhaps, but never lonely.
Yeah.
Sir? Two misnomers. I'm not a great person, and there's no politics in India.
Yeah. Excuse me, hello? Yeah. Yeah, here.
Yes.
Okay, hi, my name is Kamini. Firstly, I'm not Tamilian, okay?
No, that's not a crime.
No, it's just an... No. Okay. I asked this question particularly because I'm trained in Bharatanatyam and I'm a Maharashtrian actually. If I given chance, I would dance whole my life, you know.
Okay.
One question I need to ask you is, if you don't find an audience, you mentioned in your speech right away at the age of I think 21, you just took out your ghungroos and said that if I'm not treated well or things like that, I don't want to be in this line. So is it something about that I have not found the audience, or it's something like some other reason?
I found the wrong critic, that's all. That angered me. But he was a very important man. He never danced ever in his life.
Okay.
But he always wrote about dance. So what I'm talking about is what qualifies you to be the nitpicker in something. You see, I can tell something about your dance because I've been there, done it.
Mm-hmm.
But some of the critics, like when I say let not the film critics be upset, there was a critic called Peter Bogdanovich. When an actor like me or a director like me asked him, what do you know, you're a critic, what did you do? He became a filmmaker and became very successful. The same was asked of Godard and Truffaut when they were writing for Cahiers du Cinema. And some of the older filmmakers asked them, and they brought in the new wave. They became the change. Chabrol, Claude Chabrol, and Truffaut and Godard. So, what was your question about Bharatanatyam?
No, the thing was that, like, if
Did I
as an
not
artist-
find an audience, or what was?
No. It is something like, if I don't find an audience, and if I still want to live as an artist, how do I really progress in today's society? Like, if I don't find an audience, can I do for myself?
Well,
That's the thing.
let me quote, or not quote, actually quote an example. Mr. Bharatiyar, he, Subramanya Bharati, as they call him, is one of the greatest poet India has produced. And unfortunately, he's also from Chennai, but that doesn't matter. But what I'm saying is, that's all I know. It's a limited parochial mind, but forgive me. But unlike Mr. Tagore, who had all the facility, this man was scrounging for everyday living. None of his poetry found even light of day. He was a proofreader. That's how he made his living, not with his poetry. Nobody wanted to read his poetry. But he continued to be a poet. I can't ask you to be that, but better you find an audience. I did.
Thank you.
Hello, sir. So this is Arun Kihartik. I'm first year management student. So I'm very happy to meet you in person on my birthday.
Oh, happy birthday. Many more happy returns of the day.
Thank you for it. Sir, I want to sing a song in front of you.
Yes.
It is from Tamil movie. Kindly bear with me. இளமை இதோ இதோ முதுமை இதோ இதோ இளமை இதோ இதோ முதுமை இதோ இதோ காலேஜ் டீனேஜ் பெண்கள் எல்லோர்க்கும் உன் மீது கண்கள் இளமை இதோ இதோ முதுமை இதோ இதோ.
Thank you. It's a hooded compliment. I'm happy most of you don't know Tamil. Okay. Huh? I'm already in it. Don't worry. Hundreds and hundreds more to go. Romance does not pertain to just two genders. It can go beyond genders, things. I think as you grow older, you'll understand the fun and romance. Anytime.
Sir.
So we're running out of time, sorry, but go ahead. Where are you from? Okay, go ahead. Tirunelveli? Salem, okay. Indian? What is it? Huh. Yeah, but see, no. A man goes into a telephone booth to change clothes. You know who I'm talking about. I'm talking about Clark Kent, who's also called a Superman. So, that's not a practical way to change dress, but you like it. And especially if there is already a lady in there making a call, that's a very wrong thing to do. And so this is a film. It's a pedestrian dream of MGR has done it, Shivaji has done it, and it sells. I cook up this bad masala for your sake. But you cannot approach society with these kind of fancy ideas. Indian is a pedestrian dream. You tell me you're an IIT, tell me how many people can make a rig like that. And when he has got enough faculty to make those kind of rigs, he's not going to be a terrorist. He's going to sell it to an American company and become a rich man.
So, this is Rajesh from second year management. So, here.
Yes.
Yeah, actually, I just read an article about you in the magazine, and it mentioned that one of your hobbies is practicing magic. I just wanted to know whether it's a media generated fact or...
No, I'm a half-baked magician. I didn't go into it. I have a lot of friends who are very good magicians. So if you see Pushpak, you'll see certain things. It's not film trick. The mug stays to my hand and it keeps moving. That's all magic. That's in camera. It's not done. So those the person who's acting in that film is a magician friend of mine by name Mr. Ramesh. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, hi. I'm also an actor. That's why this question I really want to ask you. First of all, I want to thank Kamini for breaking this male domination. I didn't hear a single female voice since I have come here. My question is, whenever a question is asked to an actor or a performer who is your inspiration, who is your role model, always there is a reference to a Hollywood, Bollywood, European, world cinema actor, director, writer. So I'm just wondering, is it that since we are a huge country and with more than crore population, what is that we don't have people or actors, great actors or writers or cinema makers as an inspiration? So why it is that?
No, I have great, and my whole thing, my sunrise was Mr. Sivaji Ganesan.
Okay.
I didn't want to bring his name up because most of them here won't even